Alright, what's up everybody? We are back for a new episode of Arrow. Not just a new episode, we're here to start the second season. I just wrapped up the season 1 finale yesterday, and I'm still feeling a little bit conflicted coming off of it. A little bit defeated, honestly, is the best way to put it, because... yeah, say what you want, I actually did call it. Like, I expected Tommy to go, and I, you know, made sure to make that very clear to you all before diving into the episode, but lo and behold, it actually happened, and it's always the best characters, you know, that have to suffer the least deserved fates, I guess, or whatever, right? I really felt like he was basically gonna be our new our new Eddie, I guess, which, well, I guess Eddie was more the new Tommy, in fact, because of course Flash came after Arrow, but that being said, for me, I'm watching him in a reverse order, so it sucks though, you know, like, Tommy really got his heroic ending, I will say. I got pretty close, I feel, to even predicting how he was going to go out. You know, I basically said, like, the way I foresaw it was him stepping up against his own dad, which technically, of course, is what he did. Like, he never ended up actually working together with him, which is a direction I could have also foreseen possibly happening. But I thought he was probably going to do the right thing because I had no reason to assume that Tommy was going to do anything else. Because this whole season... like, he was the character stepping up to the plate, actually stepping his game up and growing, truly, right? Which was so fantastic to see. But even, man, even going out, like, what I thought was going to happen is he was going to stop the whole plan. He was going to dismantle the, you know, the device or whatever, right? That was going to prevent the earthquake from happening. Or what I actually thought was that maybe he was going to take the device with him, like on sea or something, where he could be able to get rid of it without it affecting anybody, but dying in the process. That's kind of what I had foreseen, and we got something pretty close to it. But of course, not entirely. You know, the device actually went off. Well, there were two of them. So one got dismantled by Lance, but then the other did actually go off, and we're still like right in the middle of it. In that way, it's very reminiscent actually of how The Flash Season 1 ended for me as well, which is that we're going to be picking up right where we left off, I would assume, at the start of this new episode, the first episode of the season, and actually see how most of the people do get saved. Because, I mean, I know for a fact that, like, some of these characters are not going to die, because I've seen them in The Flash already. But how exactly it's going to happen, I'm still very curious about, and how many casualties will be made. Well, I assume quite some, because we're already literally seeing a bunch of buildings come down. But in the end, yeah, Tommy went out literally protecting Laurel and getting her out of that, that rubble, let's say, while getting buried in it himself in the process. And it's like, man, again, you couldn't have wished it on, or what's the right expression to use? Like he's the one that least deserved it, like I said, right? And, man, like I said, still feeling a little bit defeated as a consequence. I'm not going to lie about it. I will say I'm a little bit surprised also. I mean, surprised on one hand, but simultaneously not really, because I've been speculating about all these things already, of course, in advance. But it's interesting how the island arc didn't necessarily get entirely ended yet either, right? I mean, the military did get taken care of, and Fire's got taken care of also. But Oliver is still there, together with Shadow and with Slade, and so... seems like the whole thing is still going to end up being followed up on, right? Once again, we know that Oliver eventually escapes, but it was after, like, being on it for a good 5 years, I think is what he mentioned, right? And so a lot more actually happened in the meantime, and I guess we're going to see all of it. I wonder if it's going to last the entire show, or if it's something that will just eventually come to an end after maybe 2, 3, 4 seasons or something like that, right? But what we do know is that he seemed to have been on there all by himself. So I still, you know, I'm not exactly holding out hope for any of these other characters to make it out alive. But exactly how it's going to happen, yeah, that's kind of the big question, right? Like, who is now going to be inhabiting this island all of a sudden? Because I'm pretty sure that most of the military... I mean, honestly, I could be wrong about it. Maybe it was just a faction of the military that we took care of, while a massive part of it still remains. That could very well be the case, right? So... we'll have to wait and see exactly how it's all going to be panning out. I'm excited to see, yeah, exactly where Season 2 is going to pick us back up. The one thing I do know about Season 2 is that I think it's going to eventually introduce us to Barry as well, right? Because that's what people told me while watching The Flash, is that Barry eventually gets introduced in Arrow, actually. And that's kind of sets up then the show of The Flash, of course. This is not the season necessarily. Well, I think this is the season again where he gets introduced, but of course it's season 3 that starts to run synchronously with season 1 of The Flash. So I'm keeping that in mind. I know season 3 is going to be the one where we're going to, you know, go after the boomerang and stuff, right? Like that's the quest they were involved with at the time. So those crossover episodes, I'm trying to still basically be prepared for them. But then again, it's not going to happen anytime soon. For now, guys, let's dive into this first episode of Arrow Season 2. Of course, if you enjoy my reactions to the show, you'll be able to get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description over there. I'm reacting to the Arrowverse on a daily basis, so go and check it out. Full-length reactions are also being posted there if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And you can also sign up as a free member and watch the next episode already right now as well. With that being said, let's dive into this new episode. Huh. Just like how we started the first season. On the island. What airplane is this now? Oh! What?
So scared, why don't you insist on sitting up front?
It was the only seat with a seatbelt.
Which will come in handy when we hit the water at 180 miles an hour.
How the fuck are Felicity and Diggle here? Does that mean that this is taking place like in the now? Did Oliver actually go back to the island? Is that what this is teasing?
Which will not happen. I think that means we're here.
It better.
Yeah, and you.
Wow.
What? Use
Holy
the
shit.
just in case.
Yeah, just in case we made it here. Come on.
No.
I am getting some major Uncharted vibes right now. And I don't mind it.
I'm Felicity on 3.
No. You just count to 5 and pull the cord. It's as simple as that.
Thanks for waiting until we touch down.
My pleasure.
Let's move.
Oh, I feel like you can... Honestly, the environment here looks awesome, but you can really tell the green screen. Oh, wow. Was that actually our guy? Like, Green something? Billy Green something. Greenwood? I don't know what it was anymore. Not that, but like one side of the mask was orange. I don't know if that was just the lighting.
Thought I heard something.
Wintergreen, that's what it was.
Dick.
Oh my... No, not again! You are kidding me! Deja vu, huh?
It's a landmine. I'm gonna try to disarm it.
You can't!
Yeah, we've done this one too many times.
Felicity, don't move!
We're gonna need to find a body. Holy shit. Oh, wow.
You're really sweaty.
You're a hard man to find.
I doubt that she minds all too much. I know where this is going, but I'm still wondering what's gonna happen with Laurel in the process.
You shouldn't have come here.
I'm assuming that Oliver is still with them. Dude, this was an amazing opening, by the way. Also, the show looks so much more crisp or something. I don't know. I feel like they upped the budget majorly. Plus, I'm getting massive Uncharted vibes, which anybody who knows me knows that that's not something I would mind whatsoever. Those are my favorite games ever right there.
I am happy to see you. I know why you're here. I'm not coming back to Starling City.
The
I
fuck?
can't. My mission, my father's list, it was a fool's crusade, and I failed. Malcolm Merlin destroyed the Glades.
Oh.
Tommy died. And the Hood couldn't stop it.
Yo, so man really just came here on his own because he himself felt defeated, huh? That's not something I actually thought about.
This isn't about you being the vigilante. This is about you being Oliver Queen. Your mother's in prison, Oliver. Her trial's coming up. Thea's out on her own. Your family needs you.
So does the family business.
Yo, you know Thea's on the verge of suicide. Like, well, at least she's got Roy now, I guess, right? Like, that's the one good part, assuming he didn't actually get killed, you know, under the rubble himself.
Listen, I get why you had to leave, Oliver. Probably better than anybody else. And after what happened, nobody can blame you for leaving. But it's time to come home.
Wow. Nah, dude, that was unfair. He was he was distracted. Well, yeah, we know why.
When I was marooned here, my first meal was a pheasant. Your father cooked it for me.
He was an awful cook.
Yeah.
What a great father.
I'm looking at the proof.
Oh god. Man.
Let's eat.
That's what has me so surprised, dude. It's like that we're actually elaborating on this whole side of the story too. I really thought this was going to be a season 1 only thing. But right now, I don't know how long, like I don't know how long the island is going to continue being a part of the story, because it might very well last the entire show at this point. You know what I mean? At this point, I can't rule anything out anymore. But again, like, you know, there is no way Oliver got off the island by himself while leaving these two behind. And there's also no way I feel that these two managed to get off of the island without taking Oliver with him. So they can only die, right?
We salvaged it from the wreckage of the soldiers' camp. Thanks of anything moving outside our safe zone. It's been 5 months since we stopped fires. He and all of his men were dead.
So
Well.
maybe it's an animal.
There's an imaging interface.
Here we go. Oh, God.
Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
not animals.
No, I was gonna say, that's not animal shapes. Vote for blood now.
Whose blood?
Yeah.
An alderman from the Glades trying to save the city. Fill your shoes.
Here's everything on Stellmore International. The vice president of acquisitions is a woman named Isabel Rochev. She looks angry in every photo.
So where to? Office?
No, she to me, she looks like a potential, another love interest in the making.
I want to check in on Thea.
She's not at your house, Oliver.
Where is she?
Oh, God. Yeah, actually, that is not what the press looks like. Like I said, thankfully she has Roy, and I guess he did make it in the end.
My boss has been all over my ass.
You know what she sounds like already. You have got to
Wow.
be kidding me. It's like you have a death wish.
Yeah, well, someone has to do something. And stand up for what's right, like he did.
The vigilante. Who hasn't been seen since the earthquake, which
Yep.
means he did get buried alive and isn't coming back.
Guess what? Who also hasn't been seen, Thea? You know, like just add 1 and 1 up together. It shouldn't be that difficult to figure out, really.
So how was Europe? You never texted, no postcards.
Europe.
Almost like you're on the island all over again.
Yeah, sorry, I was kind of distracted. Snow skiing, water skiing. A lot of skiing. Have you made it to Iron Heights?
To visit the woman who dropped her city on 500 innocent people? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not what Mom did.
Yeah.
Right. She had no choice. But guess what? She did.
Yeah.
A choice not to be a mass murderer.
Yeah, but that was also a choice to have herself killed in the process, though. You know, that's what makes things complicated, right? It's like people will do anything to ensure their own survival also. So I feel like you can't blame her for not having backed out of any of it. Then again, as a mother, you can very much argue that, like, well, yeah, I don't know. Actually, she didn't know anything about the attack on Robert and Oliver beforehand, though, right? She only found out after that, and that's when she got pushed into helping out Malcolm with a bunch of stuff.
Look, I need to deal with our liquor distributor who shorted me on yesterday's delivery. And one of my bartenders called in sick. So, what?
Nothing. It's nice to see you like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Together.
Yeah, you on the inside, you've got it together finally. Yeah, no, that's true. I guess he's not just talking about her and Roy, but it's true. She's kind of got a purpose now, but that's because she's managing the place, right? Whereas before this, she never had anything to do. That's always why I said she needed to work together with Oliver, because it would have given her something to do.
On the Star Labs particle accelerator should be completed by Christmas. And in local news, billionaire Oliver,
Wait, what did they just mention? Did they just say the particle accelerator?
representative from Central City, says construction
Wow.
on the Star Labs particle accelerator
Wow.
should be completed by Christmas.
Yo, so they really actually teased like the start of the Flash here. That's so. I mean, they knew, of course, that Barry was going to show up later and stuff also, because again, I've heard that he apparently comes in somewhere this season. But that's super cool, honestly, how they did that.
Wasn't our country founded on a brand of vigilantism, Mr. Donner? The revolutionaries of the Boston Tea Party were certainly choosing justice over law. What do you think about vigilantes?
I'd be foolish to disagree with my new boss.
I knew I was smart to hire you.
I'd heard you joined the district attorney's office.
The district attorney, huh? Just going up the ranks.
Our losses have been incalculable, our grief unimaginable. But with the generous donations you people are making tonight, we will come back from this tragedy.
Wow. Holy shit, who is this?
Very sorry about this, folks. We'll have this sorted out in just a minute.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yo, dude, they got the terrorists coming in. Are they all just like pretending to be with the hood? Did they just like take inspiration from him and, you know, they're just taking over his lines?
Mr. District Attorney.
What? What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh, that's actually kind of funny to consider, man, that like Malcolm was only the first of many copycats to come.
Did you get a good look of any of them?
Hard to focus on anything other than the gun barrel pointed at my face.
No tattoos, distinguishing marks.
What do you think you're doing? Interviewing the witness is the job of a detective, Officer Lance.
This is my daughter. She was nearly killed tonight.
Right.
Well, as a parent, you're welcome to stay.
So Lance is still actually like suspended?
The beat cop, you're more than free to go.
Oh, he's a beat cop now, is what he's saying, right? That's just like a regular cop, I guess. I mean, I don't know what he was actually before this. He was just like he was in a sort of leader position, right? Just like leading, I feel, a team.
I'm sorry I left.
Believe me, I get it. After the funeral, I think we both needed time to figure things out on our own.
I didn't get very far on my own. And you? Figure anything out?
I mean, it only makes sense that like Tommy's death was gonna actually lead to all this. Again, it's stuff that I don't really consider, but once it's spelled out to me, it's like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense.
That I made a mistake when I slept with you.
Wow.
I know it wasn't exactly cheating because Tommy had broken up with me, but he only did that because he thought that you and I should be together. All I know is that I feel like I betrayed him.
Okay, so we're still just going to be putting this... I mean, we had been putting it all nice, I guess, but it's going to remain there.
And now he's gone. And there's nothing I can do to make it right.
I know how that feels. There's no forgiveness for what I led Sarah into. I would give anything
to go back.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, but you're also basically kind of saying like, okay, we can call it quits now. You know, we've both done something shitty.
I'm done being the vigilante.
Yeah, maybe this town still needs a vigilante.
I was gonna say.
Not us four of them. How's that working?
Please take me home.
I don't think you have much of a choice, man. These people need to be dealt with.
Unbelievable. We off the mayor on live TV, and what's the local news keep showing? Oliver Queen.
Guess he's taking over the family business.
We've been going about this wrong.
Yo, they have no idea, man. That whole fucking organization is inspired by him.
The Applied Sciences Division of Queen Consolidated built the earthquake generator. If we want real justice,
Gotta go after him.
then that family has to pay for the suffering it's caused us.
How hilarious is it that they're holding him responsible now actually for it when he's been trying to avoid it the entire time, right? It's so fun. I mean, it's funny because it's like this group, if I'm saying it correctly, they were just people in the Glades that were affected by everything that happened, right? It's the similar situation to Malcolm where what they're doing, of course, isn't necessarily right by any means. Well, it isn't right, but you can still understand what led them to it nonetheless.
Look, you already lost your dad. Your mom, she's still here, and I'm sure she'd love to see you.
Sure, she's dying to. Just like a lot of mothers in the Glades who won't ever get to see their kids again. Because my mother helped kill them.
Man, she's got no intention at all of speaking to her, even though he's trying to get her to.
Not going to that prison. It's the only way I know how to hurt her.
You might want to consider how much it's hurting you.
Yeah, I mean, I really do feel bad for Moira, though. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't... it's funny because I suspected her basically at first, right, in the show, and I've never been truly able to let it go because it's like, oh, you were working with the enemy though, you know what I mean? But after really starting to realize how much she was just pushed and that's all that it was while still trying to protect her kids, it's like right now, all you can do is just feel bad for her.
Isabel, Rochev,
Oliver Queen. Sorry I'm late.
for this meeting or a career in business?
I didn't realize hostile takeovers were filled with so much hostility.
Not at all. I'm actually in quite a good mood.
Really? So
Nah,
destroying
dude.
companies agrees with you?
Winning agrees with me.
You haven't won yet.
Nah, dude. I feel like their interaction already is telling me exactly where this is gonna go eventually.
You control 45% of Queen consolidated stock. I control 45%, leaving 10% outstanding. But in 2 days, the board will release the final 10%.
And I'll buy it before you do.
With what money? Companies rise and fall, Mr. Queen. Your company has fallen.
What's the expression? All's fair in love and war?
Oliver Queen! You failed this city.
Get down! You fucking idiots. You really just used his own line against him. Wow. Yeah, okay, Felicity.
Queen getting away. Go, move!
Oh, shit. Yo. My man. How the hell did you accomplish that?
Still can't get used to you in that uniform, Detective Lance.
He's an officer now. And I'm just glad it's still fit. They hurt you?
Thanks. I'm okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. You almost look a little silly now, actually.
You could have stopped those guys.
Yeah, not without giving Isabel Rochev and the Hoods a pretty good idea what I'm capable of.
I think what Felicity's wondering is whether you avoided taking those hoods on. And Oliver, she's not the only one wondering.
I told you, I did not come back to Starling City to be the vigilante.
He's still not prepared for that, man. Like, he's got no intention right now.
Look, there's a part of being the Hood that neither one of you are considering. The body count.
And excuse me for saying this, but so what? Since when do you care?
I mean, the body count, dude, I'm pretty sure you've got like a 120 KD already. You know what I mean? Like, making that a little bit higher. What's the difference?
My best friend died thinking that I was a murderer. And anyone that I kill dishonors his memory.
So don't. It's not like you've killed every guy you faced.
I could have. Because when I put on the Hood, it's kill or be killed. That is what kept me alive.
I guess there's no taking the Batman approach. I'm pretty sure Batman doesn't kill anybody, right? Maybe that's actually kind of what they're playing with, because a lot of people always say that Arrow is basically the Batman of this universe, right? Whereas like the Flash is more like Spider-Man. Well, technically, I think that this universe is supposed to be actually linked to the real Batman universe also, right? Actually, isn't there a show Batwoman also, which is like in this same CW universe?
What you thought of?
She's teaching you Chinese. How sweet.
I'm sure she'd be happy to teach you too.
Shut out!
Oh no. She got taken already? Damn. Whole different look to her already with her hair and like a ponytail and the prisoner's outfit.
Hey. I'm sorry I didn't make it here sooner.
No.
Dude, are we sure that the Hoods are not going to just like arrange a shanking here on the inside?
You know, if I'd known the key to you taking your rightful place at the company was its demise, I would have declared bankruptcy a year ago.
I don't know if I'll get to run it for long.
Isabel Rochev. Do not trust that woman, Oliver. She is dangerous.
I don't know what to do.
You don't have to do it yourself.
I feel like despite what Oliver says, he's always chased the danger, you know what I mean?
I thought about what you said.
And?
And I'll go see her when you stop going out at night looking to clean up the streets.
What does one thing have to do with the other?
I guess they're both things that are never gonna happen.
I mean, it's like asking each other of something to do that you want each other to do, right? It's a fair trade, I feel. Obviously, he's not gonna accept that either, so that's the thing. Like, you can't expect something of her then, too. Oh, shit. Oh, dude.
We're looking for Oliver Queen.
Okay, well, thank God it doesn't look like they're, you know, wanting to make any civilian casualties here. I mean, that's the thing, right? They are supposed to be, well, they think that they are doing the right thing here by going after the elites.
Where can we find them? Okay, then plan B. I'm gonna start shooting people until Mr. Queen.
Yeah, no, so much for that moral compass, actually. Never mind. Yo, this dude is eventually getting himself killed.
One of the guys was missing a hand.
What's going on here?
He still had sutures.
Excuse me. There's a hoods again. They came here looking for you. They took Thea.
Hey, if there's any excuse for Oliver now to actually go back to being the hood, yeah, this would be it, I would feel. You got no choice now.
We'll get your sister back.
I'm just gonna check something downstairs.
Yeah, you know what that means.
I've made a few improvements down here. Just in case, you know, you decided to come back.
Wow. Oh, shit. Dude, I love how over the moon she was about it. Damn, look at this lighting setup.
We need to find these guys.
I've been trying ever since you got back. Figured you'd come around eventually. I kept that. Yeah, I liked watching you do that.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, the show wouldn't be the same if we didn't see him, you know, go up a couple... yeah, go up a couple steps.
Check hospital records. Any males that have had surgical amputations on their extremities.
Cross-checking by race and age. Got one. Jeff DeVoe, African-American, late 30s.
What else can you get on him?
Ex-Marine.
To explain how he can handle himself. He loses his hand overseas.
Okay, so he's one of them?
It says here he and his wife were trying to make it across the 52nd Street Bridge when it collapsed.
Lost the...
She didn't make it.
Yep.
Phone record.
Dude, it's so obvious, right? Like, I mean, we knew that it was the earthquake that somehow got them to, yeah, well, you know, go this way, I guess, right? And so surely they've lost people around them.
You're gonna need this. I had it custom made.
Holy fuck, man. Custom-made boa. That thing looks sick.
It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Nah, dude, this thing feels like straight out of Black Ops 3.
What are you doing?
We need to save her.
Listen, kid. You are not the only one who cares for her.
I love the overlap here once again with like, oh yeah, a rescue mission basically on both timelines.
Where are the graves?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah, shit, dude.
Tell me.
I mean, honestly, you know she might as well fucking die here, you know what I mean? Like, nothing can rule that out. Damn. Holy shit. Oh shit. Damn, dude, the blind rage.
Offing Oliver Queen's one thing, but his sister? She's not much older than my sister was when she was killed in the earthquake.
Your sister wasn't killed, she was murdered. By her mother.
She didn't kill anybody. Malcolm Merlin destroyed the Glades.
With Mommy's help.
Merlin killed my father. She thought he killed my brother, too.
Wow, that's kind of crazy how they're forcing her to actually, like, step up for her mom now and I guess kind of think it through even for herself. I don't know if she'd ever, like, justify it in this way to herself.
She must have been so afraid.
Just like my wife. When our house collapsed on top of her.
Damn.
Get away from her!
Yo, I'm sorry, but I feel like at this point, the hood coming back for Thea now, like that to be the first thing, you know what I mean? Like, how is she not going to add these things up together and realize what the fuck is going on? It shouldn't be that difficult to figure out anymore. Holy shit.
Stop!
Let her go.
You want to save her? There was no justice for people like the Queens till you showed us how to get it. You showed us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they're supposed to be inspired by you. You should honestly tell them they failed the city. I'd love to see him utter that line. Wow.
Go!
Really? You're gonna shoot him now?
I know you. You're a killer.
Huh. Wow. Even they are calling him a killer now. Okay, yeah, this is fascinating. And he still dragged him up. So is that just like how he's going to proceed moving forward, is trying to at least make as little casualties as possible? I mean, some people are still bound to die, you'd figure.
Do you know who they are?
I think the hoods gives me a pretty good idea.
Bring them in.
Where you been? Typically, when I bring in guys that you've gone after, they're a little more dead.
I'm trying another way.
Ah, dude. Wow. Yo, say what you want. This has been a fantastic first episode. My God.
Well, I understand. After everything that's happened, I understand why we can't be together. I still need you in my life.
No. Dude, the problem is you two can't be together without being together.
We've been through too much for it to be any other way.
You know how this shit plays out. It always plays out the exact same way.
Before the Hood, we didn't have things like earthquake machines or copycat vigilantes.
Malcolm killed Tommy.
He was killed in the crossfire between two archers. And now that Malcolm's dead, there's only one archer left.
What's you?
And I'm gonna help my boss catch him.
Oh, okay. So she really like actually blames Arrow now. That's crazy. Okay, that makes things a little bit more complicated here. Now she really can't ever find out. Actually, before it was the complete opposite. It was like if she finds out.
I almost died last night. Oh, when I thought it was over, I kept thinking that if I died, you would spend the rest of your life thinking that I hated you.
Yep, that's only that's where suddenly the actual regret kicks in.
If I hug you, are they gonna shoot us?
I'm willing to risk it if you are.
Damn, man. Honestly, I wonder what's gonna come of this eventually, though. Like, what's the mom going to ultimately face?
What if I found someone to invest new equity capital?
A white knight. With all due respect, your last name is now associated with mass murder. Even you don't have that good a friend.
You're right. I have family.
Wait, who is this gonna be then? Not Walter.
Mr. Steele, it was my understanding that you had resigned as CEO.
I did. I'm now Chief Financial Officer of Starling National Bank, and my institution has committed rescue financing for Mr. Queen.
Oh, yeah, a bank. No, yeah, sure, that'll help.
Now, I know I majored in dropping out, but I'm pretty sure that makes us partners going forward, so I guess we will be seeing a lot of each other.
You aren't at all what people say about you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm afraid you will be seeing a lot of each other, actually.
People fail to see the real me. Thank you, Walter.
Thank you.
Was Felicity actually looking with a little bit of jealousy there? I feel like that's what I detected.
I'm gratified that you know you can still count on me. Your father would have been very proud of you, Oliver.
Dude, say what you want, man, but like, again, there's a couple characters in this show who are true MVPs. Tommy was one of them, and Walter still is also.
We're not alone. The question is, where did they come from?
Yeah. Yeah, who exactly are they? Like a different faction now, or just an extension of what we already dealt with?
You ready to start spending your nights safe with me?
Absolutely.
God.
Hey, I'm gonna pick us up some Big Belly Burger right now.
No, you're not.
Okay.
God damn, yo, are they assaulting her? Oh, fuck, dude, I'm worried for him to intervene, though, because it's 3 guys. It's like he's gonna eventually get himself killed, man.
You got, man?
Yo, he's pulling out a knife. Oh. Wait. Yo, is this still the Triad woman? It must be, right?
Where the hell did you come from?
Oh, shit. Wait, I think it's somebody else entirely. We got a female Arrow now?
Well, it looks like Starling is back down to only one man in a hood.
And the 3 of us are back in the arch.
No, it's not.
If we're gonna do this, it has to be about honoring Tommy. I need to become the man he hoped I could be.
Interesting.
You two have helped me take the first step.
So what's step 2? I'm game for anything as long as it doesn't involve skydiving.
I mean, I'm guessing like developing some new weapons that's gonna somehow allow him to take care of people without truly taking care of them.
The city still needs saving. Not by the hood. And not by some vigilante who's just crossing names off a list. It needs something more.
It needs a hero, Oliver.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, does it maybe need the Flash? No.
I don't want to be called the hood anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
So what do you want to be called?
Oh, Arrow, huh? Yo, Arrow is still a lethal weapon, though. Okay, that was super cool. Wow. Great first episode, man. Alright, guys. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course, you can get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. You can also sign up as a free member and watch the next episode already right now. So, see you there.